Welcome to this review and overview of NADEX Home Run 1 home run trading strategy, aiming for the 200% to 1000% scores on the 2-hour binary. Really, we're aiming for the 1000% scores, okay? I mean, ideally that's taking 10 and expiring in the money. But then again, opportunities are all different. They come up, they come and they go, and they keep coming. And so what we want to do is use this concept of using the out of the money binary to, first of all, give us tremendous risk to reward ratios. All right. And then we don't have to wait for the expiration. If we run up for a position of 10 up in 80s and 90s, I mean, that's 800, 900% return. Okay. Take the money and run. Now, then again, even running up from 10 to 50, that's, you know, 5-fold return on your money. So why not even, I mean, we're not aiming for at the money, but I mean, even if you took it there because you're maybe running out of time or things were shaky, or maybe you had a trade that didn't go in your direction and then came back, really close to close and got up to the at the money point, maybe it's like 45. Hey, turning 10 into 45, that's really good. But now, so we've gotten in more, we got into home runs more and more. And if you go to Binary Options Authority, you can see over here, we have these new mastery programs. Okay, we fixed that logo. Okay, so you can just click on that link there and you can see, hey, look at all these. We have 6 mastery programs. Okay, now, what are these mastery programs? They're really coaching programs. Okay, so it's each month you get monthly coaching, teaching you with a game plan. The objective here is to teach the inner game. Okay, all the way to like ninja mastery, or virtuoso musician mastery, or virtuoso athlete mastery. Maybe you think of Michael Jordan of the past, Tom Brady quarterback, whatever great athlete who's just fantastic and can act and react dynamically in real time with such accuracy, with such an array of moves that they always have an answer. Okay, and sometimes the answer is what? Do nothing. Sometimes doing nothing can be the most profitable thing, because there's no use just putting on a bunch of trades because we're trying to make something happen. That doesn't work. Okay, especially for us Type A personalities, you can't just. You can kind of get into that state of making something happen, but regardless, we always have to work with the marketplace, or Mr. Market, however you want to think of the marketplace. I have a little bit different idea of Mr. Market, whereas Mr. Market is very generous for those who behave well, okay, and obey the universal laws of price action. But Mr. Market's gonna come. He's gonna give you. He's not going to give you profits, and I don't know, spanking concept. Yeah, that was more related to the marketplace concept I talk about. But anyways, so Mr. Market basically refrains from giving you profits. So it's as if you need to work with Mr. Market, and if you're cool with Mr. Market, and Mr. Market's very generous, and you just wait on Mr. Market, and then you coordinate with Mr. Market, and hey, there's lots of money for him to give you, and then so. But if you're trying to push Mr. Market and try to push the timing of things, because Mr. Market's got a lot of things going on, he's coordinating, and you're getting greedy, or you're fearful, and you're too anxious to make money because you're in a position of fear and doubt and panic and all that kind of stuff, then that's not rewardable behavior. Okay, right? Anyone have kids or no kids, and parents and how they interact? Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting and could be very profitable way of looking at the markets. I thought I'd just throw that in there. Anyways, my point is over here. We talk about inner game stuff. We also talk about. We give strategies, okay, and we give an action plan onto mastery of the strategy. So you have your move down like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has his skyhook down, or had his skyhook down, for example. Okay, so you have a set of moves. Okay, moves. So you have a certain setup, so you can just and you wait for your setup, or you kind of work in and look for your setups, and explore for your setups. And once you find that sweet spot, you can just put on that skyhook or put on their NADEX home run trade. Then bam, okay, now you're in a high probability position for success. So we have this NADEX home run masters, or mastery, we're calling it now, coaching program. We're going to teach you new home run strategies each month, along with the whole mindset and the whole approach towards home run trading. Okay, so back over here at smartbinaryoptionstrading.com. See, that logo's a little small there. Oh, hey, it got bigger. Okay, so Smart Binary Options Trading. We bought this domain a while back, and we started putting a new class of products on it, and there's some really, really good systems on here. If you can, I would look to get as many as possible, all right? Particularly the NADEX, because things have shifted in binaries over the years, right? Kind of away from the a lot of these cyberspace brokers over to the exchange types and more formal types of trading, such as NADEX. Okay, so NADEX home run is a good, solid strategy that you can employ, and you can just sit around and wait for your next setup, and then boom, you just put on your your 10 to 100 risk to reward ratio position, or you can trade 20 or whatever. Sometimes on certain instruments in particular, the 10 is a little bit too far. It just depends on how far you are from expiration. Remember, as you go forward in time, your deltas increase and your premium decays more. So that means you need less price action or price distance to make that big home run. I mean, if you're getting close to expiration and you have your setup, and this is one of those explosive type of price action setups. So this tends to move hard and fast, which is good, especially as you get close to expiration on the 2-hour, 1-hour binary. Okay, so as the 2-hour binary has a stable premium decay tick down. Okay, it's not some panic thing like you have on the 5-minute binaries or even the 20s, but has this stable premium decay rate. And as you get to expiration, that premium decay makes it so you have higher deltas. So you can take a little pop and then bam, take something from 10, 15, 20 or whatever, and pop it up for a very little amount of movement in your underlying asset, and then take that money and go. Okay, so to kind of make this video a little shorter, this strategy, and we'll probably make some more videos explaining this, but really if you come to the sales page here, you can see more details, and of course you can contact us. Here's a contact right there. Okay, all right, so if you look here, you see surprisingly good discovery. Okay, this is a nifty setup, and so you can have multiple opportunities per day to make these home runs. And so when you are trading in your good risk to reward ratios, you don't have to even have high accuracy to make a ton of money. Okay, even if you won 50% of the time, not saying that you're going to have winning that low. You should have pretty high winning percentage on this one. Then hey, if you're going to lose 10, or let's just say 10 every time you lose, and you're going to make 100 every time you win, well, then you can lose a lot, or really you can lose 10 or 9, and then just win 1 and you're break even. So then if you lose, or I should say if you win 2 trades versus every 10 trades you make, hey, now you're making good money. Okay, you can see some other details here. We explained this home run strategy out a little bit more, or you can just make the video bigger and you can just read this text right here. But Forex, you want to check out which underlying asset or NADEX binaries to the underlying asset seems to work the best in terms of your deltas. Forex binaries are pretty good, and they have been over the years. The 2 hour, 1 hour, and there's a ton of availability to those. Okay, and so you can find your sweet spots. You can find maybe other instruments you can find that have really good deltas. You may want to check all of them out and just study them, because just playing the USA indices may not be the best way to go. I mean, because those usually have a bit lower deltas. Okay, and they spread the price out over the chains. But you just have to see. It also depends where you are in the binary and what time of day it is. Okay, where you are in terms of time to expiration in the binary, I should say. All right, so there's a lot of fascinating components to this strategy, and so if you're interested in home run trading, which is really exciting, it's a huge opportunity at NADEX, then I would suggest that you acquire into this product and just get it if you can, and just start learning it fast and studying it historically. Get it down pat, and push yourself to take action. Go practice it. Go practice it historically. Go practice it on a demo. All right, and if it's looking good, and then you start believing in it, hey, wow. I mean, just imagine, one of these strategies like this that clicks with you. And if you keep persisting on in a consistent way, hey, you could be doing very well, even to the point of done with money one day. Okay, so that's some perspective. I can't promise you future returns and all that. See the disclaimers below. But if you're not on the smart binary options trading.com, then come on over and check it out. Again, if you're looking for something else, or you have questions about this, just contact us. And we have so many strategies and systems these days. We've just been going on a roll, because what we do here in the binaries also, they give us vision to see other types of ways of systems development for other genres, other niches, other ways of trading. Like the futures, E-minis, or you say forex, stocks, vanilla options, and so. So it's been a pretty cool ride, even though we never wanted to get involved in binaries in the first place, but we did, and so it's been quite eye-opening. It's been great working with students too. So if you're interested, come on over, and I would highly suggest you look at joining that coaching program. You're going to save a lot of money versus strategies too. Okay, so that's it. Thanks.